Tonight we're taking a closer look at how children are placed when they're removed from a house. A Lucas County woman says she's ready to step in as a legal guardian for 3 children already in foster care and says delays in the kinship process have kept that from happening.
But leaders at Lucas County Children's Services say those decisions are guided by safety, stability, and court approval. Steve Iwanek joins us now to break down how the kinship process works and why these cases can take some time. Steve?
Yeah, Kaylee and Dan, Crystal Garcia says she wants to be a permanent family option for 3 kids whom she's cousins with that have gone through multiple placements. And tonight we're explaining what it takes to become that. But we do want to share that due to legal reasons, we will not be sharing names or faces of the kids involved. Crystal Garcia says she began the process of kinship earlier this year after being told by Lucas County Children's Services that any relative seeking placement would need to go through the necessary steps.
I was told in April to start going through the classes that whoever wanted to be considered for the kids needed to go through Children's Service and get certified. So I started that process and did everything they asked.
Her hope is to be considered a legal guardian for 3 children who have experienced multiple placements. The children first live with their parents, then with their grandmother, and for the last year with a foster family, after a judge awarded permanent custody to Lucas County Children's Services in May of this year. That means the children's parents no longer have legal rights, and any future placement must be approved by both the agency and the juvenile court. Now Garcia, a second cousin to the children, says she wants to be considered a family option.
I have 5 children of my own. They're older now, of course. Yeah, I love kids and wanted to help out.
So the question is, how does that decision get made? Chanda Beal, Director of Social Services for LCCS, says the agency follows a kin-first approach, meaning relatives are considered first when it is safe and appropriate.
We try to help and support and provide linkage of services and everything that we can do to make that successful. But despite many of those efforts, sometimes we have to go a different direction.
But Beal says those decisions always are made with safety and stability in mind.
It always comes back down to what are their needs, who is able to care for those needs, who is able to offer that stability and that long-term option for children as long as we need it.
And that evaluation can take months, involving background checks, home studies, court reviews, and ultimately a judge's decision about what is in the children's best interest. Now, Beal tells me that just over half of children placed by Lucas County Children's Services this year were placed with relatives, and she says Garcia is considered an eligible option, but emphasized that any decision will ultimately be made by a juvenile court judge. In studio, Steve Iwanek, WTOL 11.